match there was Highbury, where Arsenal entertained Manchester City. Worth watching for one incident alone. To talk you through it, John Motson.
One Arsenal legend congratulates another. A warm embrace between Ian Wright and Thierry Henry. And Wright will make a presentation to his successor to mark his midweek milestone of 186 goals for the club. The Frenchman here has overtaken Wright's record, and they are the two most accurate gunners of all time, having hit the target between them 371 times for Arsenal. A silver cannon in there somewhere for Thierry. And with the home side on 499 goals in the Premiership at Highbury, could Henry spark another celebration by striking number 500 today? Stuart Pearce has only lost 3 out of 16 matches since he's been in charge of the City team. And you know from their work ethic what type of manager they've got now. Big test for them today, though. And Henry's made the run. And Somme made the challenge. And Perez has missed a sitter. Well, it was Perez who provided the pass for Henry's key goal in the week. And here the compliment was just about returned. Henry came past the defender, managed to pull the ball back perfectly, and with David Jones out of his goal, well, Perez skied that horribly. Perez hasn't scored in the Premiership this season. Somme with the header out. Perez looking for a free kick, doesn't get it. Forward by Mills, Vassell and Sugden. Oh, Vassell. Sobieski to his left is the only man up with him at the moment. Ireland's arriving now. It's still Vassell. This is Moussampa. Well, City fans still talk about the last-minute winner he scored against Liverpool last April. Kiki Moussampa, still on loan from Atletico Madrid. Swinging away. Henry. And again. Well, Perez doesn't get a free kick there. And in fact, there's reaction. And Mike Riley's got a job to do here. Well, this was the incident concerned. Mills comes into the back of Perez there, and then Stuart Pearce appealing. And then there's a few words said by Mills to Perez, presumably about the way he went down. And Perez uses the right fist and then claims he was struck as well. Yellow card for Mills, and I think a yellow card as well for Perez. Bergkamp. Can they do it here? Flamini! Couldn't find Henry. Gilberto. Fabregas finds Lauren. But City have got so many blue shirts around the ball. They're shutting Arsenal out at the moment. Sobieski. Now then, Toure suddenly decided to take a hand, and here's Henry! Goalkeeper out, David James goes down, Henry! Mike Riley says penalty, and David James has done it again. Conceded a penalty as he rushes out from goal. He will probably contest this one, they certainly are. But look what happens here. Toure, the man from the back, what a lesson there is there for teams who play 4-5-1. Not that Arsenal are, but if a back player comes out, then something can happen. Henry comes for the ball, David James, well, I think that's a penalty, I really do. I agree with Mike Riley. And now then, a chance for Arsenal to score their 500th Premiership goal at Highbury, and the responsibility is that of Robert Perez. And he scores! And it's a moment of Highbury history. 500 goals since the Premiership started in home league games for Arsenal. And what a relief that is for their crowd today. Perez, who missed that first half chance, has an opportunity to make amends, and he does so. This is Musampa. And he's on his left foot. Oh, and he's found Sobieski. Chance for Manchester City. Didn't really middle that. Clichy. Flamini. Bergkamp. Oh, penalty again! Penalty again! Jordan on Bergkamp. And this is all going wrong for Manchester City. Perez, who's already scored one, now faces David James again. What's he done? Well, he pretended to take it and then didn't seem to take it. And the referee's given a free kick the other way. What an extraordinary incident. What on earth was Perez doing? Well, oh, I see, he was waiting for Henry. Perez goes forward. He does touch the ball, actually. His stud scraped it, so it has to be an intended pass for Henry. Well, Arsene Wenger looking somewhat anxious on the edge of his seat. As well he might now. Somme is forward here. And, ooh, header didn't really go anywhere. And Arsenal concede possession all too easily. Jordan. Croft. And Vassell. But it won't count. It's offside. And what City thought was an equaliser will not stand. And it's marginal, isn't it? There's no daylight there with the defender. Oh, it was only a shirt's width, if that. Henry with Clichy up outside him. Oh, he's got some pace. Can he get past Somme? Bergkamp's in the middle. Henry. Oh, what a great little ball in there. And Fabregas was there, and David James picked it off his toe. Good save. Up goes Richards with Sugden. This is Barton. Croft. Sunji High. Up goes Vassell. And here's Richards. Oh, he could have made a name for himself there on his league debut. Micah Richards, only 17, latches onto this cross from Sunji High, but he pulls his shot a long way wide. And Arsenal would have been kicking themselves if that had gone in.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? I don't know.
It was one of the most extraordinary moments, wasn't it?
Unfortunately for Robert, it's going to be in all those kind of tape that you can have about strange things that happen on the pitch. I don't know why his leg went numb. But
somebody told me, in fact I think it was him, that it was your idea.
It was, but it wasn't my idea to make his leg go numb.
You're laughing now. I don't think you were then.
No, I wasn't, but it's part of the game as well to make these kind of mistakes, and I think he's vaccinated now for the rest of his life to take a penalty like that. That's a positive sign of it, and he's a lucky boy because the team has not been punished.
I felt like it was a little bit disrespectful for us. I didn't like it at all. No.
You could interpret it like that, but certainly you have always to analyze the intention, and the intention was not at all to be disrespectful. The intention was to score the goal.
Cruyff did it. Everyone went ballistic when they did it at Ajax. I think sometimes also you have to remember it wasn't a lack of respect to no one, but you have to remember that football, don't get me wrong, once again, we shouldn't have done it. But football also, it's a game, people keep on forgetting that it's an entertainment also. I take the blame, and from now on I take all the pain. So we can laugh about it once again because we take the 3 points, but I think we wouldn't have been laughing if we didn't win. And I just wanted to apologise also to all the Arsenal fans because maybe that wasn't the right thing to do. So next time I take all the pains.
And will he shoot? Or will he pass? Spectacularly inept, but downright hilarious, I felt.
Yeah. And I don't think there was any disrespect in terms of to Manchester City. And we're told that it was something that Perez and Henry had worked on in training. And I suppose if it come off, we'd have all been raving about it tonight, wouldn't we? But it was never to be. But his leg went numb. I think it must have been the away leg. So, but it's absolutely fantastic incident. And this is the first penalty. Now you'll see, Henry comes up and has a word and goes, Robert, not this time, right? You shoot, right? I don't fancy it. It's a bit early in the game, so there you are. So that's 1-0. Here we go. Just about moved, so it's in play.
Ball has to move forward.
Yes, it's in play. The referee said he gave a free kick because he actually thought he touched it twice, and this was obviously at the end. Where we've got another little example here where, you know, somebody actually going for a record, and this happened.
Absolutely fluffed it. The nerves got to him.
Didn't look too bothered, Al.
You know what? I don't mind great players trying to be clever.
Thank you. Do you know what? I was trying to pass it. I was never a good passer.
You did?
That was the trouble.
What were you
did
thinking
pass
about?
it.
What was that?
No, we just thought you were trying to dink it.
Let's get back to great players.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thierry Henry's back for Arsenal and he's vital to them.
Oh, well, Gary, I mean, he came on sub the other night in the Champions League. Obviously, this is his first start for a long time. The pace is frightening. I mean, Arsenal didn't play particularly well today, but he's just got everything. This was a chance for Perez. This is probably what we know him best for. Picks it up on the left-hand side, and he's off. He's just, the way he runs at players, it's just so direct, and, you know, always picks somebody out at the end of the run. Here again, just lacking. When he gets in these positions, you always worry who's going to be on the end of it. In this case, as we see, nobody, but his creativity is brilliant. He does great here, comes back from offside, great position, nicks it past David James, and of course that was a penalty.
James shouldn't have been out there, should he?
Well, he shouldn't have been out there, no, but you can imagine James comes out and he's just trying to take it off him, but it's the pace. Look at this as well, disguised pass, brilliant. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, as I say, his first start for a long, long time, and just as you'd expect, they're a completely different team with him in the team.
Fantastic player, and he's got so much in front of him. What age is he?
What is that?
Yeah. You just got that, didn't you?
No,
Are you tired?
I haven't got it. I was just...
He's not recovered from the penalty yet.
I'm not recovered from the penalty. I was still a bit down about the fact that I seem to have aged so much. Anyway, now Liverpool continue to improve.